Alright, it's time again for some more coding. Let's get it going, listen to some good music while we're at it, and see what we can do. We are trying to code an infinite open world asset for the Unity editor, and this is what we got so far. Let's hit the play button and reload the domain, look at this a little while. Takes a long while the first time. We punch it up and then later on it's a bit faster. Oh yeah, that's where we were at. The problem here exactly was nothing much. We have a bit of a shadow issue here. Some of these things should not be casting shadows. Or should not be receiving shadows? Not sure. Seems the island thingies are the issue. Good, the water is fine. Everything is round. The middle is good, we can run. Even mid-air. And we can find the center of the map. Here's the center of the map, and if we go round and round the planet, we come back to the center of it again. It's an infinite open world. Good. Now, exit out. Where's the mouse? So if you were to change the islands into not casting any shadows anymore, let's quickly this is just example stuff, the prefabs. Example. There's even a cube tossed in there. So if you download this, that is not the meat and bone of the actual thing. The meat and bone is the infinite open world script. So if you want to make your own world, then you can have the infinite map ticked or not ticked, and all this will do is create the illusion that you're running over a terrain that always repeats itself. Now, like on a planet, for example. But in reality, you have a grid, and that goes from 0 to something in the directions. On the x-axis and the y-axis. Good. Find how many tiles, and this is how big the tiles that you're using. Where is actually the size of the thing? Goes a little bit further down. Good. Speed of tile creation per frame, that's in the beginning. For example, if you have a very big map, like this is the size of the map, that's right. If you have a 50 by 50 and you create only one tile per frame, that will look a little bit different. This will take a good while to create, as you can see there, but if you increase the speed, it's gonna go super fast, like 20 tiles per frame. Bzzzt. Still going, or you can go instant. Oh, or you can break the thing by telling them not to do so many. But yeah, then we have another mother, and that is the curvature of the planet. But that is also not really part of this all. This is just part of the example tiles. What kind of shaders you want to use in this asset is up to you completely, because that is very individually defined by the type of game you make. The types of shaders are characterizing the game you're making, giving it a soul most of the time. Right, default tile prefab. Good, so this is all right. What we need to do is solve the shadow problem real quick. Lighting cast shadows. Let's just turn this off on the mother. Let's turn this off on the island. Why do we can't turn it off on the mother? Let's just turn it off on the island, because for some reason cast shadows off, receive shadows. Maybe the receive shadows is the problem. That's what we don't know. So messing about with the examples is really a waste of time. But on the other hand, I want it to be pretty, and I want the designers to look at something nice when they fire up the example there. And that's going to be here in the scenes. Going to have several different scenes as well. This is the scene currently, and when you have the example thing is in there and you press play, you will get this overworld. This way too big overworld. Let's do a 10 by 10 for the moment. Creation speed is 1. Still good, and we have 10 by 10. Oh, this almost looks like we solved the problem. We did solve the problem. Right. But what is this other... The squares in there. Sorry. It looks like the water material is shining through the island material. Is that really the case? Do we have a double dirt material here? Feels like the islands have 2 types of materials. Surely not. Surely this is just a shining through of the transparent material. Which also should not be, and has maybe something to do with shadows. But we don't care, it looks nice enough. This is good enough for an example. And as you can see down here, we're moving away. This is a scene camera. And we are moving the map constantly. That is why we don't see it in the scene view anymore. And here we come back to it. Good. And this is the character. Just a capsule here. Just a capsule colliding. What can we do? We can invert the mouse look. We can jump, what we're doing all the time. We can zoom in and out. Then we could look up, pressing the V button. And run around here with the camera. We can center the view by pressing C. Oh, that doesn't center it nicely enough. We could work on that, because the character is down there. But let's get back into the character view. We can zoom in and out again. Sprinting is caps lock or number pad 8. Which is, of course, insane. I can do something else here for other people who are more used to pressing the shift button for run. A lot of lazy games just leave this mapping in their games. Oh! What is this there? More shadow problems. This time from the planes map. Let's look at the planes. Prefabs. Planes. From the grass patches. Or is it from the dirt? Let's see if the cast shadow is off. If that would solve the issue in theory. And again, we don't even have to do this. But we want, oh yeah. But we want to do it. Good, so that could have done it. And the grass patches, how come? Oh, we did not actually override. Whoops. But the grass patches, why are they not green? They have the example tile object. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Also, you're casting shadows. Let's say you don't. See if that solves an issue. Do we have to give this everything here? Don't know, let's see if it works. We're going to have very rudimentary island, plains, swamp, mountain. What is missing? The woods, that's right, and the forest. Gonna have 5 different types of overworld thingies, and then play around with the randomness. Also, in the script of the infinite open world, we're going to have the replace here happening, and then we're going to have an example tile that replaces itself and randomizes, so we have a random outcome. Then we're also going to have the infinite world go different, and that is not just round and round, but just become bigger all the time, which we cannot recommend. But maybe you want to do it in your game for various reasons. You could do something like you go a while and then the scene changes anyhow, and you do this so that the player just keeps looking at something and isn't left hanging there with an invisible wall like so many other games do out of laziness. Good. Of course, if you abuse it and just leave the world infinite and always create or increase the grid size actually here. If you increase it into infinity, then, well, it's going to be a challenge for your computer. But that is also cool. Good, let's overwrite the planes. Or did we do this? Can't remember. And then delete it and see if we solve the shadow problem. But how come the planes are white and not green? That is a bit of an issue. We did not roll, but we could put something in the tiles area. The list is empty. We could put more planes around, just to have some more. Oh yeah, now we opened it. Whoops. Good. There's something reasonable. Could we do 5, 3, 5? Put one in the middle. Oh no, that doesn't work like that. Let's do the same thing we always do. 9 here in total. And start at -1, -1. And then it gets created. It will not replace the 1, 1 here. Unless we do the replace code. Maybe we should try that. But let's see what we get. Nothing, which is interesting. Probably it didn't register into the script. Yep, all areas list is empty. We could manually put it in or use our editor script and create the areas. The create areas doesn't subscribe. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let's do it manually then. And then the create areas would create them. Good. And since we're not running the game, it doesn't give it any shaders, any materials, anything. But this would. And do we still have the other ones in? Yep, and we still have this in. Which is also interesting. Let's just delete them. And let the game create it. Yeah, this is all things we have to look at. Good. Hey, it is green. It is green. And since we're not casting any shadows anymore, that is good. Now the thing with the shadows is, let's jump around a little bit. They receive shadows, which is perfect. But if they were to cast shadows, that would prove problematic. Which also is interesting. In other words, we don't know what's happening really. But it's all fine. This is only for testing purposes. So we have a little bit of a plains area and the islands area. What we can do is leave this be, because it's already nice, the plains and the islands. And work with this. Could be good. Now the huge issue that we're having is we cannot define the curvature in one go. Not for both shaders. So the first curved shader we were looking at was exposing its curvature to somewhere. So we could have it here, for example. Of course, we don't want to do this at all. If anything, we're going to put it on the test character. I wonder if we can make this happen. Because this is not easy to do. Time for your exemplar objects. Where are you? Here. Hiding, aren't you? Right, and transparent curved shader. There's a curvature range from 0 to 3, which is bananas. But whatever, it's fine. Display a controller, so let's just try this. See if it works or not. Gonna do a public float between 1 and 3, and we call it curve, and we could give it a default curve of 0.001f which is not between 1 and 3 then. 0.3. Good, and then we can see if we can change the curve everywhere. How do you, again, on change? This was somewhere. I think it's easier in play mode. First, let's compile this. I think it's easier in play mode. There was something Unity could do. Unity on value change API. I think this works in game. Drop down slider. There we go. UI, that's a problem. Why is this so bright? Oh man. Unity scripting reference. On value change. Property of modification value, style, background, focus, change, visual element. On value change slider. Yeah, this does not work. You have to still use the Google search. Min max slider value. Change event. Editor window. Change event new value. That would be an event. Yeah, this doesn't work for us here. On value change. Play mode slider. Inspector. Components that it doesn't call. Slider by modifier control crystals and good limits to move the camera and set its own value. I could do a get set, but we want the comfort of just changing the slider. Change not updating on value. Change not updating in runtime. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Since I apply widgets that are in the editor doesn't. So there it works. Slider on value changed. It's gotta be there somewhere. Is there? Gives a script. The value in the game or by code, but it will not be able to change it. Inspector, I checked was matching side inspector by chance. Keeps I'm not sure if it was a typo. On value change. This very much looks like a UI thing, which we don't want. Can we just slap in the on value change here into the script? That would be great. We have a similar thing. Where? In the editor script somewhere. Fit open world, no assets. I thought we had an editor script. Or maybe we don't anymore. Just good. Why is the multiplayer center installed? That's weird. Scene script shaders. I'm sure it's possible. On value change play mode. Let's just keep it simple here. Why do we still get video stuff here? Search results. Keeping values changed in play mode. Transfer values are persisting. Set values also entering play mode. Save object values. Play mode. On value change event. But then again we get the UI probably. There's this UI stuff. You changed event. Execute in edit mode. Change events. Current version. That's a good sign. Register callback. Change event. Class in UI. Oh no. I mean, the easiest thing, since this is a test player controller, and this is for testing purposes only. And if we do this now, a lot of people do that in their game then. But yeah, you can just put it in the update and read out the value. That is the easiest solution. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna put the curve into the shader. So how do we find the shader? How did that work before? Because we did have this. Unity. Change shader variable script. Good. Material set float. Ah, yep. We remember this. This lazy dude could not write some code. Horrible. Bad answer. Material shader find. What? Render material set float. Oh yeah, this is so easy. Good. But we have to check if this exists somewhere. Good. So far the test player controller doesn't have too much, which we liked. That's a problem. We will have to give it a start function. Oh man. Brutal. Alright. Start. And then we give it an infinite open world. Good. And then IOW equals camera main transform. Do we have to do transform? Probably not. Get component infinite open world, and now we have it. And then we are going to look for shaders, for materials. Good. Material. Material. Wonder if this would work. Material curved world. Nah. Material solid M. And material trans M. Good. And then we're gonna find those materials. We are going to take... Can we check the name? Sure, we can do everything we want. Can do in for each here. For each world grid. All areas. For each all areas. Why don't we do instead? Look into the grid. Look into the dictionary here. Is that not a little bit better? World grid. For each game object? Yes. For each game object, go in world grid value. Oh yeah. In infinite open world. World grid value. Is this how it works? Yeah. Normally, yes. And then just debug log the game object, because we want to see if it even works first before we continue on with this. Dictionary does not contain a definition for value. Why not? This is not how you do it. In world grid value. Game object. It's not a key value pair? Oh man. Now we have to go to Microsoft again. C# indict. Is this value? Man, I hate this documentation. It's just awful. I cannot do anything with this. Cannot read this. Unreadable. I thought dot value would do it. Oh, this is so ugly to look at. I just can't. C# dictionary iterate through values. Give me just an example code. Yeah. How to iterate. I was so sure we had no AI results. Brave extension hide AI results. Straightforward. Go to the homepage and click the gear icon top right. The hell? Turn off answer with AI. How? You can't. This is lying. The AI is of course lying. Just give me an extension. Is there a real way to shut off? Please. Nope. I'm looking for an extension, man. There was this AI go away extension, or what was this? No AI? Something like this. Hide Google AI. Bye Google AI extension. God. Can you link me to them, please? Thank you. Very nice. Add to Chrome? No. Add to Brave. It's the same thing. Why is it not working? Don't tell me we're on Mozilla. Whoops. My mistake. My mistake. But we could go to whoops. Could go to the other dude. Just for the future. I cannot do this because of this stupid man. What the hell? Just give me the button. Unbelievable. Alright. So that's cool over here. And in Firefox, hide Google AI overviews. Oh, so bright on the other screen. Hide Google AI overviews. Firefox add-on. AI overviews blocker. Why on the GitHub? We already have it. It's not working. From the web store, yeah, that's what we want to do it. Add? Yes. Okay. Alright, what we're looking for. Check if position is inside Collider. Oh. Where's our current query? Page not found, vector back. If only we could remember. We probably cannot. How to iterate over a dictionary, there you go. Value, oh, it's a lowercase. That's all we wanted to know. That is all we wanted to know. Good. See how easy this can be. Dictionary does not contain definition for value. Dictionary does not contain. Why not? For each emerald great value. Item in my dictionary, item key value. So it takes the pairs. I could do this, but I just want to iterate over the value. Why not do keys or values? Values. It was uppercase, but it was plural. See? We knew it was something like that. Good. So let's see if we iterate over the thingies. And we should. Blitzt. There they are. Good. And now we can grab the materials from it. If we have the curved material, you can put it there. We can look for it. Right. If so, we have the game object go. Whoops, what are we doing? If go get component renderer material equals, and then we could check out the materials that we're using. Can we check out the name of a material? Possibly. Unity material RP. Color this variant parent render shader. That's also something we could do. The shader used by the material. Could we read this out? Shader. That will not work, will it? That's the problem. We're not good enough of a coder to find out if this is possible. I mean, you could just try. Get property names. Get shader pairs enabled. Set keywords and shader pairs. We just want to find out if it is this material or that material. Do you have a name? Normally all things have a name. Material name equals, and it is a string. Curved, transparent. Let's just see if this works or not. Good. Then debug is trans. Should I go to the name curve transparent? That should be functional. Of course, we don't know if it really is. Let's see. Nope. Renderer does not contain a definition for material. Renderer does not contain a definition for material. Unity renderer RP. Why not? Materials, material. It does contain. Oh man, but it's not capitalized. Sure. Alright. Reference script unknown is missing. What? Oh, because we're still in. Sure, let's play. So we don't have a name, or it does not iterate through the children, which is way more likely. Oh, yeah, no. For each game object and children. No, this is just the world grid values. We know where we're going to put the transparents. Mostly. They are going to appear in the child. Good. This should be then the non-child. Let's see, is solid? Boom, beam. We also want both. We don't want this to happen any longer. So maybe we just break if we find something. So not curved transparent. Infinite open world materials, but standard plus curved. Standard plus curved. Debug log is solid. Let's see if that works. That should work. Plus, can you be a little bit faster in the creation of the map, please? Yes, you can. And you did not find a material. Why? What is the material here? Standard plus curved. It is an instant. Is it going to give you the instance there? So can we query the shader? Or can we not? Because that would be easier than assets. Shaders curved world or transparent curved shader? Good question. Material name, material shader. Curved world, I don't know. Let's see if you find something. Or if it even works. No, it does not. Erica operator cannot be applied to operands of type shader and string. Yeah, shader. Shader, but surely you have a name as well. Most things have a name. Good. Let's keep it simple. Ooh, that worked actually. That worked nicely. Good. If we have this, you're going to say that it's solid for debug purposes, sure. But we're also going to define the solid M. Solid M equals game object at component render material. Good. Render material. Wasn't there another thing we meant to do otherwise? Oh yeah, we meant to break. That's correct. Break. Because we got our solid shader. Let's see how it goes. Whoosh is solid. We broke. plus, where's our camera? We're going to, oh no, where's our dude? Our dude is right here, test player controller. Plus we have the material here somewhere now. Huh? Oh, we did not expose it publicly. Did not expose it publicly. Good. Alright, so this works. Good. If component material game object child, and we have to give it a child 0. But what if it doesn't have a child? Nah, that's never gonna happen. It's always gonna have a child. But it breaks the loop up there, which is not good. But we know what we're looking for, so maybe we just put the break somewhere else. We'll just loop twice, it's not a big deal. Oh, that was smart. For each. Good. Bum 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 bum. Dun dun dun. Good for each game object. Child 0. Get component and material shader name. And we're looking for the other one now. And that is the transparent curved shader. Is that how it's spelled? Camera just included for child. How do you get a child? Let's see. Unity get child 0. What mistake did we make there? Transform get child and then the index. Game object get child. Good. And what was the name? Shaders transparent curved shader is correct. Does not contain a definition. Of course you don't contain a definition. Who said you contain this definition there? Not us. Easy peasy. Good, is going to compile here nicely, and then is trans. And it's going to give us the trans M, which is a car. But not in our case. In our case it's a material. Alright, so we have both materials grabbed. And when you change the thing of a material, you change it for all the materials in the map. Unless you have those isolated via property blocks. So let's see how that interacts. Update. Solid M. What is this again? Set float or something. Right? Set float curvature. Equals. Where are we here? Curve. Equals curve. And the trans M as well. Can't be hard. Can only be easy. no overload for method set float takes 1 argument. Yes, because it doesn't work like that. That is just fine. Let's give it a second argument then. Good. Now let's play. And transform child out of bounds. Something here. Why capsule? Is solid, and then you were looking for transparent. Oh yeah, out of bounds. Something doesn't have a child there. Is it looking through all the children already? We thought this would work. Good, then don't do it. And don't do it. But do tell if you find something nonetheless. No. Object reference not set an instant of an object. You don't like that, do you? 49? Yep, you don't like this. Wait a minute. Oh, because we couldn't find a transparent one. But we will find a transparent one. Except not always, so we have to try this. Good, let's see if this works first. We click the capsule, and if we set the slider now, curve, should be curving. It only takes the first one. It only takes the first one, not all of them. Whoops. Oh, that's a shame. That's a darn shame. We iterate through all of them. Oh, that is a bit dumb. What we're trying to achieve actually is this here. We do have a curve slider, but where is it? There's a mesh renderer. Here is the shader. And there's the saturation, smoothness, curvature. And again, this is only... this is only one tile again. Also, don't give me an island. Why are there so many islands? Let's look inside the tiles area where there's a bunch of planes. We are at 0018. Oh, again, it's individually. I think it has something to do with giving this a property block. This is a shame. We want a quick and dirty solution. So what we could do is indeed iterate through all of this and grab all of them, all materials, And changes all the time. No, this is too much. What a shame, because the problem now is when the designer tries out this asset and they're using the example tiles in here in the prefabs, then what they have to do is change in-game the curvature. Oh yeah, that is not cool. Or we set the value there. We just set a value, and then we press a button. Could even connect it to the mouse wheel if we were crazy. We will not do this. Just expose here something. Alright, with the materials, that was dumb. We realize this now. Just give it a public float. And maybe even write a hint there. But there is already a public float curve. Good. All we need to do is write a nice method to update curve. Void. We call it update curve. Sure. Even though this is update and update. Nah. Redraw curve. This is a little bit closer to the truth of the matter. Redraw curve. And then we iterate through everything, which is a bit rough. I guess it is what it is. For each. No, they're all in just one dictionary. For each game object. Lazy people just write var. But we're not doing this. For each game object, go in. Don't know if it's gonna iterate through the children as well. Let's find that out. Unity for each game object and children. Best way to iterate over children. We looked at this many times. Child, give it a transform something in child for each child in game object transform. It's fine. List. Children and children of children. And children of children. Is this, what is the sub iterating child game objects? Iterate through the children. Iterate through the transfer children. Access the game object can do this. For each child and transform. This just. Why not use delegates? It's not perfect, this is something way easier. Alright. Transform. So we go through the things and then we go for each transform child in transform. Can we remember this? For each game object, go in camera main get component infinite open world and then is world grid values. And then for each transform, no, that's not how it works. Transform child in Go transform. And then we access the material get component. Child get component renderer. Material. And then we just set a float. Set float. And you guessed it. Curvature. And we're going to give it the value there. If we can find it. Curve. Good. And why is the default not 18 here? Don't know. Curve. And then we're done. Let's make this a little bit more pretty. Just a tiny tad. Except we're not completely done. But let's see if it shows an error here. Just the error control, get or set accessor expected. What? Accessor. What the hell are you talking about? This is so new. Hmm. 23. Game object. What the hell now? A get or set accessor for each game object in for each game object in this thing. Is it just too much? Market values. It's probably too much. But maybe we made something completely different wrong. If we made a different wrong. Hold on. Let's find out. No. Get a set access 23. This is something obvious. Come on, make a couple. We did this a million times. A million times. Okay. Infinite open world, gonna make a component infinite open world. it's not get component, maybe. Get component. It is get component. Infinite open world. Infinite open world. Infinite open world. I don't get what is the problem. Test player controller error. A get or set accessor expected. We're missing something very obvious. I'm almost sure of this. Component. Let's Google this. We feel so stupid now. A get or set accessor expected. Terrible. How to write C# properties. Using an ancient version of Unity, huh? You have to do the full expression. Show what you would use an identified generic object. What? Use user regular capability because some stage of games that take the properties I wouldn't use to copy. What the hell? No, that's not helpful. This is a thing called scope. Yeah, we know this. Oh, maybe... fit up world. Why would we want to give it a scope? It's in here. Doesn't need more scope. I don't get this now. This is just not... Wait a minute. Is it the parentheses again? No. Also, it throws an error right there. End of file expected. Yeah, this kind of looks like a... like a parenthesis error. But it's not. 118. Typo name says there's no end of file. This is the end of file. This is everything here is fine. I don't know, let's give it parentheses, but this is... Oh, because we have a for each and a for each? But the thing is, it throws an error beforehand as well. This is just dumb. A get or set access or 23. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Copy. We have done this so many times. Why is it not working now? 20. Oh yeah, right, sure. Get or set in 23. What the hell? This is not. I'm about to restart Unity. This is not real. Error on pause. What are you? Come on. Get or set access. Let's get rid of the error for a moment. I wanted to compile, but the for each cannot be used. Just wanted to compile. Just with property or index, I cannot have void type. 21. Why can you not have a void type? Why not? What's the problem here now? Why would you? This is really strange. This very joke of property index must have at least one accessor. Again, this garbage. Accessor. Is this? What's going on? This is really strange. We never had anything like this happen. It's not even coming to the error here. Does it not like the name of what is going on? Warp world. Debug log do me. When we press a button, input get key down. Which one is it? Get key down or get key? Get key down. What's gonna be the warp world? Something. Can be anything. H. Warp world. Alright. What the hell? A get or set. What the heck is this 22? The heck is going on? What is this? We have written this all day long. Is it because the start is missing? Void start. Wait a minute. Oh man. We missed the parenthesis. Alright, sure. Sure. Man, nobody tells me. Horrible. Good. Jesus. I knew it was something obvious. I don't know what is going on. Good. Values. Compile. Good. So what's the thing? We press H and then we get the new curvature. In theory. Good. Let's get to the capsule. And it has a curvature now. Somewhere. That's the main camera. Curvature has in their script a curve. And what if we curve it less? Like 001. Let's get into the game, look at the map, and press the H button. Whoosh, nice. Except it did not grab everything. It did not grab everything. Should grab the children as well. Center me, please. This is unbearable. Vision. Center. Yeah, the vision center must be different as well. Good. So what did it take? Just the water tiles. Not even the ground tiles. Only the children tiles. And don't do me. We know. We know what's going on. What's happening here. Alright. And put this all in one line again. So we don't have to write too many lines of code. For each digit and for each child in the Go, you do it. But you also do it for the thing, please. Get component renderer. Good. And then for each child and the child of the children as well. Don't know if it does that. I don't think it really does do that. Also, we don't like this stupid slider. It's just not sliding much. Slide it down here. Well, what if you want to slide here? 1.8. Press the H. Whoop, everything is gone. The islands just don't seem to care about the curvature. Whoop. And it's only the islands that don't care. For some bizarre reason. Let's give it a different range. From 0 to 0.05. Good. 0.5. Sure. What's the problem now? Can I convert double to float? Oops. My mistake. Good. For once. Right. So we have this now, but the islands ignore. Why do the islands ignore? Has it to do something with the property block? Or rather because they're the children of the children. I think that is the issue. For each child, get component. And then, if you really have another child, for each transformed child in child, oh, that will not work. Grandchild in child. Just please do the same. Good. And then we have to make sure that the example tiles all stick to their form. That's not what we should say. Stick to their scheme? I don't know. Curve is 0.18. And now we can do something here. What if we press the H button? Whoop. And what if we say no curvature spontaneously? Whoop. And there is no curvature spontaneously. We can run over and the map will go away. Good. Oh, we have Z fighting going on. Yeah, we meant to get the ramness a little bit better. Which is also possible. Good, but give us a huge curvature now. Just for fun. Run around here and press H. Whoop. Wow. And there is the balls. That is less Z fighting. Interesting. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty cool. What time is it? Did we achieve anything? I dare say yes. Just not something. It goes towards the acid. This is just to impress the designer. The designer should be impressed already. What we want is functionality. And that is a different form of infinity. Like a planet. Different form of infinity and... what was the other thing? Don't know. I think it's time to wrap it up. Good. We did not get too far. But this was only an hour 20. We're gonna be fine. Let's take a big break. And play some Glitchman maybe? I don't know. Just go to sleep probably. And I'm gonna talk to you guys another time. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chiming in. Don't forget the 5 archives. On the YouTube channel, like and subscribe and obey, like we would say in the Borderlands. And I'm gonna see you next time. Have a good day and a good night.